All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome in. Got to keep an eye on my levels because I was messing around with all my settings, trying to set up a new scene for some music stuff I'm working on, and hopefully I didn't goof everything up for this stream. But we look good, levels look good, so I think we're going to be all right. And there we go. Bring everybody in. All right, this afternoon we are going to continue on with our KBO season with the Hanwha Eagles. We're going to take on the Kia Tigers this afternoon. Actually, I think first we have one game finish a series against SSG. I think we'll simulate that one, and then we'll jump in. We'll play game number one against Kia, see how that goes. I want to play that one because what we've been doing this year is we're doing all right. We're in fourth place. It's kind of where we thought we might be, kind of where we hoped we would be in a way, I guess you could say that. But what we want to do is we want to make the playoffs this year. I know we're not as good as the top tier teams quite yet, but we're hoping to have a winning record, slip into the playoffs, and see what we can do from there. That's where we've put ourselves here in the early part of the season. We've done that. Excuse me. Done that by beating up on some of these bottom feeding teams here, the Heroes, the Bears, the Giants. We've done a great job against them. The Wiz also. The middle of the road teams, we've done okay against them. We've struggled against the winning teams. So, maybe fourth, fifth place is about where we're at right now talent-wise. We shall see as we go through this. But as I said, we're going to start off today with some baseball. And then I thought what I was working on is a scene in Streamlabs to set up for music, to play some guitar and do some stuff, because I've talked about doing that forever, and it's about time that we actually do it. So we'll see how time permits, what we can get through here with baseball, and then maybe we'll grab one of these guitars and we'll goof around with that for a little bit while we can. All right, so if you haven't been with us, as I said, we're 19-14-1. We are in fourth place. One division in the KBO. No Central, no East, no West. It's one division. Top five teams make the playoffs. Repeat that every stream, but if you're new, you probably don't know that unless you're familiar with KBO. Looking at our team, just take a quick snapshot here. We talked about maybe we need some offensive depth to make this team better, and that's how it's playing out. Top of the lineup, not doing too bad. Our shortstop's dependable guy at the top. Our young center fielder, now 20 years old, just had a birthday. He is improving as the season goes. His ratings actually increased in the last update. Moon has done a really good job in center. Probably shift him to left at some point if I get a better option in center field, and let this guy focus on becoming the better hitter that I think he's going to become. But we'll take 324. We'll take the 12 RBIs for a guy that hit eighth a lot of the season. Noah Melendez doing a pretty good job in the middle of the lineup. Che here moved up in the order because Unsung Che, good numbers, good stats. Not good stats, but good ratings. Not translating to great statistics right now. And then the bottom of the lineup, you can see we kind of expected that Che, the catcher, wasn't going to be a great offensive player. Cho is in for an injured player at second base. Young, not a great offensive player either, but a little better than him. And we're expecting more out of Chi Hung An at first base. And we'll see. The season's still fairly young. We're only 34 games into this thing. So we got some ways to go. Pitching wise, you look at these guys. Rue, Castanado, and Vera, that's our strength. Castaneda's been struggling. It's another reason I want to play the second game here today, because I want to watch Castaneda pitch and see how it goes. 4 and 5 in the rotation have been a struggle, although Moon's shown some life, some reasons to keep him in there. And so if there's an area of improvement in the rotation, it would be one of those two. And the bullpen, Bullpen, we thought we might have bullpen depth issues. That's starting to show up. The pen's been pretty good for most of the year. Number 2, actually, bullpen ERA in the KBO, but you can see that some of these earned run averages are starting to creep up above 4. So something to keep an eye on there. We also did have an injury. One of our better middle relievers got hurt and is not going to be with us until, well, here he is right there. He's going to be out for a while. Oh, he's a military service. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. At any rate, yeah, here we go. Han was the one I was thinking of. Was doing a great job. Only 10 innings, but he had a 1.74 ERA. He got hurt. We'll be looking forward to getting this guy back in a year. And yeah, that's it. That's where we're at. Middle to the bottom in offensive numbers, and middle to the upper half in pitching numbers. So something to build on for sure. And let's take a look at this schedule, and we're going to simulate this last game. Come on, Eagles. There we go, 14-4, nice win. Got 14 runs on 15 hits. 4 hits from Ha, Moon, and No with 3 hits. Man, 8 RBIs for No. What a game for him. And let's see, 2 hits for Chow. Good job all around, man. Everybody's swinging the bat there. We probably won't be able to get a hit in the game we play. And then we'll look at the SSG. What is SSG? The Landers, that's right. The Landers, 4 runs on 10 hits. Let's look at the pitching. Their starter did not do so well. We got to him, Rue. 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, only 2 earned. The 3 strikeouts, 93 pitches. So he's now at 4-2 with a 3.40 ERA. So he's starting to round into where he should be. And not a bad job in the bullpen. Kim gives up the run, but at that point, looks like we were up 14-2. So some inconsequential runs. No, the player of the game. That makes sense. Sets a KBO regular season record for RBIs with 8 and 6,863 in attendance. So let's take a look here. That makes us 20-14. Puts us a half game up on Samsung, actually, and puts us a game and a half behind these Kia Tigers that we're about to play. So that'll be good measuring stick. And let's see, we probably got the preview, and yes, we do. So the top 5 players for the Kia Tigers. The right fielder, 80 overall, strong in the outfield. Wow, right fielder, center fielder, 2 really good starting pitchers. Is this the guy? I think this is the guy that nearly no-hit us, if I remember that correctly. My old man brain can remember that. But yeah, so 2 really good starters, and we will see both of them. And at third base, well, they got a player at third base too, don't they? Look at this guy. Wow, 20 years old on top of all that. Want to trade him? Man, imagine having a guy that could play like this in the majors for $100,000. That'd be awesome. All right, so here we go. Let's get rolling with this. We're going to play this one out. We're going to play game 1. Game and a half separating these 2 teams, second and third place. Let's look at our lineup. We got Ha leading off, Moon. I'm going to stick with this. I normally don't like to stack lefties too much, but we'll have a switch hitter and a right-hander here before the next lefty. So, and these 2 guys have been my best bets at getting on base. So we'll see if we can't keep up with that. If they start throwing a lot of lefties at them, maybe that hurts them, but maybe it gets my catcher some bats against lefties, or even better yet, No and Melendez. Melendez being a switch hitter, I guess doesn't matter too much, but maybe we get No some more at bats against lefties. All right, we're gonna run. Oh, let's see. Wait a minute. Let's look at the bench real quick. Yeah, we're gonna run this lineup. All right, here we go. KBO baseball, Hanwha Eagles taking on the Kia Tigers. And Mike Shermer on the mound, 2-3, 4.23 ERA. He's got 38 and a third innings, 38 hits, just 16 strikeouts. That's interesting. And here we go. We are underway. Say Kia Champions Field. I think that said Wanju. That went by so quick, I'm not quite sure if that was what the city was. But here we go. I like these Kia uniforms. They're different. There we go. Line drive. Ju Suk-ha leads off with a base hit. Veteran shortstop gets on base. And it'll bring Hyungbin Moon, again, the 20-year-old, playing center field. 339 with 2 home runs, 15 RBIs. RBI total's low, but this guy was hitting 7th, 8th a lot of the season. I didn't want to throw too much at him right away, being 19. But he has answered. And there he gets that one past the third baseman, down the line. Runner will move up the third. It gets past the left fielder. That'll score a run. Moon's into third. And I think they'll call that a triple. Now they're going to call it a triple. Thought the left fielder should have had that down the line. But he did not. And we'll take it. So Moon in with a triple. Eagles up 1-0. And it'll bring No to the plate. Here's your 2-2 pitch. No, swings and misses. He struck him out. No, one of the top bats in the KBO right now. And he will be followed by Antonio Melendez. Melendez, 291, 7 homers, 25 RBIs. Moon on third, 1 out. Here's your pitch. Hit on the ground, third baseman up with it. He'll go to first. Get the second out, but Moon will score. So Hanwha taking a 2-0 lead here in the early going. In-Ho Che now, 381 for him. He is 32 for 84, so he's been in the lineup. That 381 average is real. 12 RBIs, got a 404 on base percentage. A 1-0 pitch to him. Line drive picked up at shortstop, throws across the infield, gets away. Che will take a shot at second base, and he'll get there easily. So Kia off to a rough start here. Hanwha trying to take advantage of it. Yoon Sung Che, designated hitter. His average up to 203 now. Expecting a little bit more out of him, a little more power. Just 2 home runs, just 14 RBIs. He's dropped in the batting order a little bit. And here's your 1-1. There's a line drive base hit into left field. They'll wave the runner home. Here comes the throw, not in time. And give Che an RBI single. 96 mile per hour on that fastball, but he handled it. And the Eagles putting up a 3 spot. Now on the first baseman. Another guy we're hoping to get going. And he'll step in here. Here's your 0-2 pitch. Got him looking on the outside corner. Looked like a slider. 87 mile per hour, catches the outside corner to end the inning, but the Eagles get 3 take a 3-0 lead here against Kia. Miguel Chavez now leading off, center fielder, 244 with 5 home runs. He's got a 338 on base percentage, and he will face Franklin Castaneda. 2-2, 36 innings. He's given up 43 hits, 14 walks, 21 strikeouts, 4.75 is the earned run average. And here's the 2-1 from Castaneda. Ground ball, first baseman up, nope, boots it. On was there, got a glove on it, but couldn't hang on, so that'll be an error. An error and a base runner. Chavez can run. We'll see what they do here. Throw over, keep him honest. And there's your 1-1 pitch, line drive caught. Second baseman has it. That's one away here in the first. And Sambuna, 318, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Just 22 at-bats. Solid numbers in those 22 at-bats. And here's your 1-2. Off the end of the bat, he lifts it. Catcher out. Third baseman, no. Calls him off. Takes it. There's 2 away. Now, Do-Young Kim, third baseman. 3 home runs. 311 is the batting average. 3 home runs, 15 RBIs. And Castaneda will face him. Here's your 0-1. Ground ball, second base. It's slow. Should have a play and does. Gets him easily at first base. So Castaneda through the first. 3-0 Eagles. And here we go. Mike Shermer back out on the mound. You have 3 runs. 2 of them were earned. He'll face the second baseman, Han Min Cho. And here's your 0-2 pitch. Got him looking on the inside corner. Curveball. 74 catches the inside corner. There's 1 away. Now Park, the catcher, just 125. 3 for 24 on the season. There's a 1-1 hit on the ground. Shortstop up with it. Throws him out. And that is 2 away. So if you're interested in how we got here, what you may have missed if you haven't tuned into this at all, there's a ground ball down the first baseline. Ha's got another hit. He's going to take a turn for second. He'll get in there. So Ha with 2 hits tonight. That'll be a double. I was just saying that if you want to check out the Judge Metal YouTube page, we have all the previous videos posted up, some of the live streams that'll take you from signing on to the team through spring training and opening day up until now. So Shermer now, 2 outs. Ha's at second base. He's a good base runner. No on deck as Moon is at the plate. And Shermer's 1-2 pitch to Moon. Ground ball, shortstop up with it. He'll throw to first. And he's got Moon easily. That'll end the inning. Ha off to a great start today. 2 hits. But he's left it. He's left on the bases as the Eagles leave 1. 3-0. We go to the bottom of the second. And the designated hitter, Hanwha Eagles, 256, 3 home runs, 19 RBIs. He'll face Castaneda to lead off the second inning. Ground ball, first baseman on handles that one. Takes it unassisted. There's one down. And Sunbin Kim, the second baseman. 294, a 361 on base percentage. And here's your 3-2 from Castaneda. Hit on the ground, shortstop charges. Ha throws across the infield, and he's got him. That's your second out. And 2 down now, first baseman, just 222, only 18 at bats for Dae In Hung. Man, I got to find out. The HW is tripping me up. My pronunciation on that one is crushing my soul. Here's your 3-1 pitch. Looks like we're going to walk him. Oh, takes a swing, line drive in the center. Moon camps underneath it. He has it. And that's the end of the second. So Castaneda through 2. 3-0 Eagles. And No leads things off. No. 371 as he stands in. 10 home runs, 32 RBIs. I don't think we gave his season numbers when he came to the plate. He's 0 for 1. 440 on base percentage. So very early in this season, but he is doing a nice job among the league leaders in multiple categories. That's his 20th walk of the season. That'll start off the inning right and bring Melendez to the plate. Melendez is 0 for 1. And here's your 2-2. Swung on ground ball, second. Won't be able to handle it. They'll be safe all around. So a tough night in the field for both teams. 3 errors and just not even 2 1/3. So that'll bring the left fielder Che up. 376. It's 0 for 1 today. And Shermer delivers to him. Ground ball, shortstop handles that one. That's a double play. Well, that ball was hit on the nose, but he had that one all the way. Turns a strong double play. So that's 2 outs now. Runner to third. So we'll see if Unsung Che can come through here. The batting average is rising, now up to 210. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI today. And here's your 1-2. Ground ball hit hard, but eaten up by the third baseman and throws him out. Nice job down at third. We're going to the bottom of the third. 3-0. Eagles over the Tigers. And Castaneda on the mound. He'll face Kim, and Chavez. 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order. And there's a ground ball on the 1-2 pitch. Ha has it, throws him out. That's 1 down here in the third. And that'll bring Kim, the shortstop, to the plate. Just a 103 average, 3 for 29 on the season. And he will face Castaneda with 1 out. Here's your 2-0. Ground ball, second baseman over. Makes a nice grab. Throws him out. That's 2 down. And Miguel Chavez, the top of the lineup. 0 for 1 today. And Castaneda has him 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. So we're done with 3. Hanwha Eagles up 3-0, trying to pull within a half game of the second place Kia Tigers. So it'll be On, Cho, and Park, 7, 8, and 9. Up for the Eagles here in the fourth. So far through 3. Shermer 3 innings pitched, 4 hits in 3 innings. 2 earned runs, 1 unearned run as it's 3-0. And he has a walk and 3 strikeouts. And he'll face An, who's 0 for 1. And here's your first pitch. Swung on, ground ball, shortstop grabs that one, throws across, he's got him. 6-3 on the out, and that's 1 down. And Hanwha, second baseman, just 5 for 25 on the season, does have a home run, playing for the injured Jung. It's funny because Jung went 0 for 25. We were talking about, can this guy keep his job now that he's hurt? We miss him. Swung on and missed. 1-2 pitch. Got him with a changeup. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. Shermer looked like he was in trouble in the first, but he's settling in here now. And Sung-Eun Park, catcher? Backup catcher, hit just 3 for 25 on the season. And here's your 1-2 pitch to him. Ground ball, shortstop up with it. Man, we are keeping that shortstop busy. And that's your 3rd out. Bottom of the 4th. Castaneda back to the mound. 3-0 Eagles. And we'll take a look at the line for Castaneda. 3 innings, no hits, no runs, no walks. He's got 1 strikeout. Solid job so far. 45 pitches into this thing. And he will face Lee, Na, and Kim, 2, 3, and 4. So the heart of the lineup for Kia. There's their first pitch, hit on the ground. Handled nicely at second base, throws him out. That's 1 away. And Sung Bum Na. It's either boom or bum. Not sure. 304, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Again, if your Korean's probably better than mine, feel free to help me out in the comments section or in the chat, however you're watching this. And here's your first pitch. Castaneda, ground ball, second base again. He'll flip over. 2 quick outs now. 87 mile per hour on that fastball. So Castaneda not throwing heat, but effective so far. And Do Young Kim, third baseman, 309 coming into this at bat. 0 for 1 today. And the 0-1 pitch. Hit on a line past the third baseman and down the left field line. He'll take the turn. He should be in the second with a stand-up double. He slid, but he didn't have to. And with 2 outs in the 4th, the Kia Tigers get their first hit of the ball game. Nice work by Castaneda so far. Let's see if he can get this out. Keep this thing rolling. 3-0, 3 runs in the first. That's all we've seen so far, though. Pitching has settled in since then. And the 3-1 from Castaneda. Line drive back up the middle. That's going to get through. That might score a run. It will. Moon's throw is offline. Won't get him at the plate. So it's a 3-1 ball game. Che with his 20th RBI. That leads the Tigers. And now Kim to the plate. Second baseman is 0 for 1. 3-0 pitch. Misses low and away. Well, Castaneda was in a groove. Dae-In Hong up to the mound, up to the plate, excuse me. The first baseman's 0 for 1. Just 4 for 19, so not a lot of at-bats in this season. We'll face Castaneda, who's trying to find it. Get out of this inning. 1-2 back up the middle. That's going to drop in for a hit. That'll score a run. Throw will hold the runner at second. We got ourselves a 3-2 ball game all of a sudden. Castaneda went 3 2/3 without giving up a hit. He hasn't gotten an out since. We're going to stick with him. Kim will come to the plate, the catcher. 0 for 1. Your pitch on the way, ground ball, shortstop Ha, flip to second. And that'll end the inning. Well, that got close. 3-2 all of a sudden. It's a one-run ball game. Eagles got to find the offense again. Shermer back on the mound. Put up a 0. He can get himself, maybe steal a win out of this thing. And it'll be Ju Suk Ha leading things off at shortstop. Moon, the center fielder, and then No, the third baseman. 1, 2, and 3 here in the top of the 5th. So the 2-1 from Shermer. Ha swings. He's got that down the line. Another one down the line. He's going to take the turn at first. And he will be into second, standing up. 3-hit ball game for Ha. That is his second double, maybe his third double. I can't remember if he led off the game with a double. So Ha is on second with nobody out. Moon to the plate. Moon is 1 for 2 with an RBI. And here's your 2-1. Hit on the nose, back up the middle, and it drops in for a base hit. See if they send Ha to the plate. They do not. He holds at third. Looked like maybe he should have been sent, but what am I going to do? Bring No to the plate. I suppose with No coming up, maybe you're not so aggressive. You got No and Melendez. Suppose you don't want to get thrown out at the plate with these two guys coming up next. So you got runners on the corners, nobody out. Now Shermer's in some trouble. Pitch count at 66, so he's not in bad shape on his pitches, at least for the moment. So No face Shermer. No's 0 for 1. He walked. Here's the pitch. Line drive. That's going to drop in center field. That will score a run. And everybody moves up. It's now 4-2. It'll put runners on first and second. Nobody out still. Melendez on the on-deck circle. He'll be taking a trip up to the plate. All right, Shermer now facing Melendez. 2 men on, nobody out. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He gets Melendez. That's a big strikeout. Shermer found 98 on that fastball. So definitely some momentum going for him right here. Some adrenaline, I probably should have said. All right, In-Ho-Che. Left fielders 0 for 2 today. A fine season, though. And he'll face Shermer. 1 out, 2 men on. Here's your 1-2. Got him looking. Belt high slider gets the outside corner. So 2 big outs. If Shermer can get out of this with just 1 run, I think the Tigers will take it. Now Che to the plate. He is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Designated hitter looking to do some damage here. 3-1 is the pitch. Ground ball backhanded at shortstop. A flip to second. End the inning. Nice play at shortstop. Hanwha gets a run. Take the 4-2 lead going into the bottom of the 5th. And Castaneda now comes back out. He will face the shortstop, Kim, Chavez, and Lee. So 9-1-2. due up here in the bottom of the fifth. Castaneda went 3 2/3, hadn't given up a hit. The only base runner was an error. And then he couldn't get anybody out for a while. Gave up 3 consecutive hits, 2 runs. Find ourselves at 4-2. And here's your first pitch. Lifted in the right field. Should be handled. And is. Melendez has it. That's your first out. Man, Miguel Chavez 0 for 2 today. And here's your 2-0 pitch to him. That ball's hit on the nose, but run down by the right fielder. So 2 up, 2 down now. Wo-Sung Lee, 298 on the season. 370 is that on base percentage, so Tigers have a few guys that have some really nice on base percentages. And Castaneda now looks at him. 1-0 pitch. 2 outs, nobody on. Ground ball back to the mound. Castaneda fires the first. He's got him. And that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Tigers. And let's go to the bottom of the fifth. Or the top of the sixth, excuse me. That'll be on Cho and Park. Shermer's still out there. He's got 5 in. 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 total runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. He is at 85 pitches. Trying to move my chair without rolling on my dog because he's laying under my seat. All right, here we go. On to the plate. First baseman's 0 for 2. 2-1 pitch from Shermer. Ball's hit hard. That's going to drop in front of the right fielder. That'll be a leadoff single. So On took what they gave him, went with the pitch the opposite field. Second baseman now 0 for 2 today. Just 5 for 26 on the season. Let's try something. See if we can't bunt him over. Gets the bunt down. That'll move the runner up. Sacrifice is successful. That play at second base. You throw down there, the guy always looks safe. They always call him out. And I thought for a moment they were going to fire down there and get that out. All right, so the catcher steps up now. He's 0 for 2 today. On is on second with 1 out. And Shermer out of the game. I didn't even realize that. Ji Young Lim into the ball game. He's 0-1. 3.57 is the ERA in 22 2/3 innings. 20 hits, 5 walks, 14 strikeouts. And he will face Park. Right-hander delivers. Fly ball in the right field. Hanging up and caught easily. And that's your second out. Runner does take third base, though. On good base running by On. Gets the third, but there is 2 outs, so Jo Suk Ha, our shortstop, leading off. He'll now step up there with 2 outs, but a runner on third. He's got 3 hits today. 2 or 3 doubles. I can't remember if he singled or doubled in the first inning to lead the game off, but he will face Lim. And here's your 1-0 line drive. That's his 4th hit of the ball game. That'll make it a 5-2 game. He's going to take second base. Aggressive base running. Gets him into second. Ha, having a day. Okay, so that was his 3rd double because it just said he tied. Oh. So that was his 3rd double. So he's 4 for 4 with a single and 3 doubles. He ties a KBO record for doubles in a game, and he's got to come out of the ball game because he's been hurt. All right. So we'll see how severe that is. Hopefully it's nothing long-term. Diagnosis pending, so that's not good news. That does not make me happy. We'll have Lee come in to play shortstop now. Well, if that's a long-term injury, that's really going to hurt because he has been outstanding. Him and Moon have been doing a great job. That's why this team's been on a bit of a run, because those two have been getting on base. And then Noah and Melinda, of course, coming through to drive in those runs, but that'll really hurt. Plus, it'll probably cause a roster shakeup because I don't have anybody that is really a decent shortstop on the roster. It's Ha and then a fill-in guy in essence. So we'll see. Anyway, here we go. 2 outs. Lee's on second. We did get a run in, so it is 5-2. That's the good news. Moon to the plate. The young center fielder now 3-2 pitch. Line drive. Drops that into right field. That's a single. He's going to take off. Oh, throw comes home. I thought Moon was going to take second on the throw. He held it first, so he's on first, but the runner's safe at home. So it's 6-2. Eagles now opening up the lead over the Tigers. Now no to the plate, Moon on first. Here's your 2-2 swung on line driver right there as the second baseman. So Kim makes a good grab. End the inning. But the Eagles get 2. Now 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th now. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 6-2 ball game. Castaneda still out there. He's at 74 pitches. So he's going to start the inning. Some of these guys I'm not exactly sure how long they can go into a game. So he'll face Na, Kim, and Che. 2 lefties with Kim in the middle there from the right side of the plate. So the right fielder now 0 for 2. And he will be facing Castaneda. The 2-0 pitch. Hit hard. That's going to sneak through the infield. That'll be a leadoff single. Look at Do-Young Kim, third baseman now to face Castaneda. Kim is 1 for 2. Runner on first. Here's your 2-0 pitch. Hit hard. Second baseman up with it. Flips the second over to first. Double play. Looked a little shaky on that exchange at second, but they get the double play. So we'll take it. So 2 down. And now Che, the DH, will step in. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI in this ball game. Castaneda throws his first pitch. Hit into the air, left field. That's hit well. That is going to go back and leave the yard into the bullpens. Well, that double play looks huge right now as Che hits that one 348 feet. 94 on the fastball, but he turned it around. Let's watch the replay on that one. He crushed it. Took it the other way. Into the Kia Tigers bullpen. That's enough of that. All right. Here we are. Castaneda now still at 81 pitches, so not in bad shape. See if we can get him through the 6th here. And that'll bring up Kim, the second baseman, 0 for 1. Line drive. That's past the first baseman in the right field. So a 2-out base runner now. Run in on the homer. And we are going to get... I'm so used to being a red team. I'm so used to being the Phillies. I always go towards the red first. I don't know if anybody saw my mouse go to the red side first. It's just habit. All right, where are we at? We're in the 7th. Lefties at the top of the lineup, righties at the bottom. So let's get Kim throwing just in case. Let's see, I did it again. And I need a right-hander. We'll go Si-Hwan Jang. Get those two guys throwing. Maybe should have had them up already. With 2 outs, I thought Castanado would be all right. Let's see what happens here. All right. Here's your pitch. Runner going, fires down the second base. Great throw by the catcher. Nails the runner. Parks got 3 for 10 stolen base or base runners this year on steals. And that'll end the inning at 6-3. 6 full in the books. We're going to the top of the 7th. Just a reminder, we don't have the 3-batter rule in the KBO. So you can make substitutions per batter if you want to. Just mentioning that because I had the lefty and the righty up in the bullpen for the Eagles. All right, here we go. Melendez to the plate. It'll be Melendez, Che, and Che. And now I'm mispronouncing one of those. Now here we go. Lim on the mound. He's been out there for an inning. He's given up a run already. And here's your first pitch to Melendez. Hit into the air. Center field. Should be caught. And is. Chavez has it. And now with 1 down, Che to the plate. The left fielder is 0 for 3. Here's your 3-2. Back up the middle. That should squirt through. It does. Base hit. So first hit of the ball game for Che. And it'll bring up the designated hitter. It's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Runner on first, 1 out. It's your 1-2 pitch. Got him looking. Threw him a slider, 77, locked him up. And now a pitching change. Sang-Hyun Jun, 2-2, 16 and a third innings pitched. He's got a 2.76 ERA, 15 strikeouts in those 16-plus innings. So we got Che on first, on at the plate. Shown in the game. And here we go, the 1-1. Hit into the air in center field. Solid contact, but there was the center fielder. Chavez had it all the way. So 7th, top of the 7th is in the books. We're going to go to the bottom of the 7th. And since they don't seem to be playing it, you can hum Take Me Out to the Ball Game while I answer my wife's text message. And get a drink. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 7th. Castaneda's there, 86 pitches. I think I'm going to take him out, though. I'm going to take that solid 6 innings he's given us. Put that in the bank. We'll go to Jang for the 7th. We got plenty of arms. We got the closer ready. Could go to Park if we need him for setting up. But we also have, we got 2 lefties down there ready to go. So we should be in good shape in the pen. Let's see what Jang can do for us here. Hold on, this is really important. We're talking about dinner. She's talking about Popeyes. All right. I'm having Popeyes, I hope. Anyway, here we go. Back to baseball. Well, let's see. I don't think we did Jang's numbers. He's 0-1, 18 2/3, 3.86 ERA, 10 walks in those 18, but 10 strikeouts as well, 14 hits. So not bad, not great. We'll see how we do today. Here we go. 1-2 pitch. Here in the bottom of the 7th, 3-run ball game. Line drive. That's going to drop in for a base hit. So a leadoff single. Threw him a fastball. He got it. And that'll bring up the catcher, Kim. 0 for 2 today. Excuse me. Coughing right into the microphone. The 0-1 from Jang. There's a line drive into right field. That's going to drop in. So Jang in some trouble here. Yeah, maybe we should get some people throwing. Should have had a lefty throwing. That's on me. We'll get Kim going. We'll get a righty as well. We'll get Lee. Again, one of the things about simulating so many games in this season is I'm still not completely familiar with these relief pitchers. So sometimes there's guys that are like, they're 40 or 45 overall relief pitchers, but you're more comfortable with them because you've thrown them into games and they've had success for you, things like that. So doing all these simulations, I'm still not completely confident in some of these relief pitchers. And here's your 3-2. That misses, ball 4. My oh my. And it'll bring Miguel Chavez up to the plate. This guy's got some pop. Just debating my situation here. Let's go out to the mound, see what happens. All right, nobody's ready. All right, kid. Game's on you. And here we go. The 0-1 pitch. Ground ball, catcher up with it. He will go home. Makes the play at the plate. Whew. So he gets the lead runner. They cut off the run from scoring. That gives us 1 out now. Bases are still loaded. That, my friends, is why I lean on strong defensive catchers over guys that can hit. If I gotta have a catcher that has a strength, it's going to be on defense. Or, you know what I mean, a single strength. If it's offense, defense, I'm always going defense. All right, so Jang now with 1 out. Ground ball, maybe he sees his way out of this thing. And here's the pitch. That's a line drive. That's not going to do it. That'll drop in. That might score. Nope, that'll score 1. So make it a 6-4 ball game. Leads down to 2. Still just 1 out, so I think it's time to make that pitching change that I probably should have made a few moments ago. But Byung-So Kim, left-hander, comes into the game. Just 6 2/3, 2 hits, 7 strikeouts, a 1.35 ERA. He's 1-0. He's in a spot here. So now the right fielder batting third steps up with 1 out, bases loaded, 2-run ball game. And here's the 2-0 from Kim. Ground ball, first baseman up with it, fires to the plate. They get 1, go to first. Not in time. I love my loud screaming guitars, but I don't know if that was the time for it. But Kim gets they get the out at the plate. So now there's 2 outs. Do-young Kim, the third baseman, now steps in. It'll be lefty on righty. I want to flip Lee into this game. I think I do. We're going to make that change. We'll go to the right-hander. See if that makes a difference. Here we go. 2 outs, bases loaded. Kim did his job. Let's see if Lee can do his. Here's your 1-2 pitch. Line drive, that's going to get through the infield for a base hit. And that is going to tie this ball game up at 6 as the throw is offline. The Eagles bullpen nearly pulled it off. Couldn't get it done, though. 6-6 is the game. Here in the bottom of the 7th. So now Lee will have to face the left-hander. And Shea is 2 for 3. He's already knocked in 2. He has a home run. And here's your 2-2. Fly ball in the center. Drifting over. Can't get to it. I don't know what happened there. The bottom of the 7th is not looking good for the Eagles. So 2 runs crossed on that one. It's now 8-6. Whole thing falling apart here. I have no idea what happened to Moon on that one. And 1-0 line drive. First baseman's there. On makes the catch to end the inning. But Kia puts a KIA on Hanwha here. 5 runs in the 7th. They take a comfortable 6-3 lead and turn it into an 8-6 Kia lead. All right, here we go. It's Cho, Park, Lee. 8-9-1. Hanwha needs another rally. Adjust ourselves here, get comfortable. And the pitch from Jun strikes out Cho. There's 1 down. And the catcher Park now. Number 9 batter steps in 0 for 3. There's a little flare in the right. That should drop and does. So a 1-out single from the number 9 hitter. That'll help. See if we can do anything with it. And now Min-Jun Lee in at shortstop. Ha, injured earlier in this game, was 4 for 4 at the time with 3 doubles. Tied a KBO record for doubles in a game, but got hurt running the third double out. Hopefully not long term. Pitch to Lee, swung on and missed. He's out. There's 2 down. Problem with injuries, too, is going to be that there's not a ton of offensive depth in the Hanwha organization. So we get 1 or 2 guys hurt, this offense could get real ugly. All right, Hyun Bin Moon now. 20-year-old center fielder really made a big mistake in the last half of the inning, allowing a few runs to score. He'll step up with 2 outs, man on base, 3-1 pitch. Swung on, lifted over the second baseman and in the right field. So a 2-out single. Moon continues to deliver at the plate. And it'll bring No up there. No 1 for 3 with an RBI today. Man, this would be a big hit. Huge at bat in this ball game right here. Here's your 1-2 pitch. Doesn't get the bat off the shoulder. Called strike 3. Slider on the outside corner. No is gone. It's still 8-6 going to the bottom of the 8th. All right, we'll have Wong, Kim, and Kim. 7, 8, and 9. Batting for Kia. And they'll be going up against... I'm going to leave Lee in there. Lee's only thrown 11 pitches. Down by 2. Now we'll put a fresh arm in. Jae-Hyun Han take over. 4.11 ERA. 12 strikeouts and 15 1/3. About 13 hits, no decisions. And he will face, like I said, 7, 8, and 9 in this Kia Tigers lineup. And here's your 1-2. That's a fly ball nailed to center field. Going way back and gone. That's his first home run of the season, really? 399 feet makes it a 9-6 ball game. No doubt about that one. Yeah, that was his first of the season. That was impressive. 1-2 pitch. Got him looking 90 miles per hour on that fastball. I wonder if... Do they do miles per hour in Korea? Would they do... Anyway, whatever. To check that out sometime. I mean, that would be kind of weird, wouldn't it? Of course, if we're playing the game and they didn't do it in miles per hour, we'd have no way of comparing. So we'd have to convert everything. Anyway, 1 out. Kim to the plate now. The shortstop, Kim. Batting 9th. And here's the 1-0. There's a fly ball in the right. Should be handled. And is caught. Melendez has it. That's your second out. Miguel Chavez, top of the lineup. He's 0 for 4 today. And here's your 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him. The side is retired in the 9th, but the home run makes it 9-6. So we'll have Melendez, Che, and Che. 4, 5, and 6. Here in the top of the 9th, they will face Hae Young-jung. 1-1. 4.70 is the ERA. 15 1/3, 16 hits, 6 walks, 9 strikeouts. Velocity comes in around 90 to 92. And a 22-year-old closer for Kia is in the ballgame. And Melendez will lead things off. Here's the 1-0. Popped him up. Catcher comes out, calls off the pitcher, makes the catch. And that's out number 1 here in the 9th. And now the left fielder is 1 for 4, singled his last time up. He'll face Jung. 1 out, nobody on. There's a pop-up Second baseman, actually first baseman, I believe, stepped over and took that one. And that's 2 quick outs now. So the Eagles look like they might go quietly here in the 9th. And here's your first pitch. There's a line drive in the center. It'll be run down and caught. Chavez makes the play. Wow, wild one. Kia wins it 9-6. Hanwha jumped out early, 3-0 lead. Castaneda was perfect. Yeah, he was. Well, there was an error, but 3 2/3, no hits, no walks. Gets touched up in the 4th for 2, settles back in, ends up giving 6 solid. He left the ball game. It was 6-3. Bottom of the 7th, Kia puts up 5, and then add a run in the 8th for insurance. They'll win it 9-6. So it looked good early. It didn't last for Hanwha. So the Eagles will fall to 20-15. Kia now 23-13. So the Eagles will lose ground. Look like they might gain ground on the second place Kia Tigers, but will not happen. For Hanwha, offensive effort 4 for 4, as we said. The shortstop, 3 doubles in there, ties a KBO record for doubles in a ball game. Gets hurt on that 3rd double, running it out. We don't know the extent of his injury, but that would be a very big injury for the Eagles to lose their shortstop. Moon went 4 for 5 with 2 RBIs. 6 runs on 13 hits, so not so much an offensive issue in this ball game. 9 runs on 12 hits for Kia. Looks like Che, the DH, 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs, led the way for them. Huang, 3 for 4 at first base with 2 RBIs. And Kim had 2 hits with 2 RBIs at third. So a solid effort for them. Shermer got touched up a little bit. He was their starter, but the bullpen was good. 4 innings, just 1 earned run for Kia. And Zhang got into some trouble in the 7th and gave up those 4 runs in a third of an inning. Kim came in, looked like he might have gotten them out of that inning, but it did not last as Lee got touched up a little bit. So not a great night for the pitching staff. Decent start by Castaneda. The bullpen pretty ineffective in this one. Che is your player of the game with that 3 for 4, 4 RBI performance. Well deserved. That gives him 23 RBIs on the season. So it's a 9-6 Kia Tigers victory. 8,381 in attendance at Kia Champions Field. So let's drop out of this ball game. Well, here we go. There's the record. There's the record for Moon. I guess that's a 4-hit performance that they're calling that hit machine, and leave them loaded. And Kim did a great job in that situation, but not to be. So the first loss of the month of May. Did they do? Yeah, there we go. So March was the 3-4-1 start, 15-10 in April. Now just 2-1 in the month of May. And still pending on this injury. Let's advance the day. I'm curious to see what this is, because this would be... No. All right, upper body injury. Thank you. Thanks for all the info. What that will mean, though, is there probably... I don't think we have anybody else that's an everyday shortstop. I mean, we don't want to move this guy. He doesn't play shortstop anyway. He does in my in my 2027 Phillies, this guy does play shortstop. Not great, but he's average. Lee defensively is all right. He might be my best option. Oy. Well, probably the defensively best option so far is Cho. But I think Jung's still hurt. Oh, Jung is back, but on the IL still. We had to put him on the IL for longer than his injury. So he's healthy, but can't come back quite yet. Let's look at our options in the minors. So, anybody catching on to that thing I was talking about not having a lot of depth? I mean, I guess it is really hard to say because, we don't know what the other team systems look like. This isn't the MLB. But oh, here we go. What do we got here? Maybe if it's long term. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, this guy will be there. All right, well, we'll just have to see how it shakes out. I hate that when they do the diagnosis pending thing now because I got a roster spot tied up now. I don't want to put him on the IL until I know the length of the injury. So we're kind of stuck for a day. All right, so what's that look like? All right, that's game 1. 9-6 loss. We're going to advance through. We'll go 1 day because I want to see if we get an injury diagnosis. I get a 6-3 win. Nice. Good start by Moon. He's like back and forth. But that's a good one. Looks like Jang got touched up again. And they played Lee at short. Lee's the best option they have at shortstop on the roster right now, on the KBO roster. So 6 runs on 9 hits, 3 hits for Kim in right field. Three runs, 5 hits. Nah had a good game. So let's advance. Oh, it's already advanced. So look at our home screen real quick. So how does that do us? Well, that actually has us now tied with the LG Twins, but we're still a game and a half behind Kia and a half game behind Samsung. So now sitting in 5th place. So the last game against Kia is going to be important. Did we get a diagnosis yet? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Send the dude to the doctor. Figure it out. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. All right, so 3 weeks. At least we know now. 3 weeks. We got 2 days till we get Jung back. Now, Jung, I think we put Jung back at second and then figure out who our best option is at shortstop. But, all right, so what they say? Ha is 3 weeks. So that's going to be 21 days So he'll go on the 10-day. This is probably about him. Yes, it is. And that'll put us at 27 players. So obviously needs to be an infielder. I don't think it's him. Not him. I guess I just looked at him. Or did I? Oh, whatever. Not him. Nope. Man. Maybe? Yeah, I guess it's going to be him. Man, he looks like the... Wait a minute. I think actually it's going to be him, even though he doesn't hit for anything. He can play me 3 positions, and I kind of need that right now. So I'll bring Lee up to just be the utility guy in case we need it. That takes us back to 28. By the way, we do have 28 players on the active roster. If I hadn't mentioned that before, that is the case. We'll get Jung back in 2 days, so that'll get Lee sent back down. But for those 2 days, we just need somebody that can play a couple positions just in case. Yeah, that's that. All right. So 3 weeks without Jo Suk Ha. That will be that'll be hurtful. that'll hurt because he's a solid, very, very solid defensive shortstop. Really good base runner. He's having a great offensive season. Man, what was he? 8 for his last 10? Wow. Yeah, he was on a roll. Got the average back up to 329. So he was really, really driving the offense at 30 years old. The other thing is if we should fall out of this thing later in the season, if he's having a great year, he's at 30, maybe he's, well, I don't know. Maybe I don't want to deal with that guy because he's a really good shortstop. But anyway. All right, 3 o'clock. Save this before I forget. All right, well, thank you for hanging out today. Did we want to advance another game? No, we're good. We're going to hang it right there. We're at 21-16. That puts us 2.5 out of the first place Kia Tigers. Now they're tied with the Dinos. So Kia's a good club, as we found out. We did pick up a win against them in that simulated second game. So a very pivotal third game. I know it's early season, but trying to gauge where we're at. We want to get some confidence by beating good teams. So here we are. We're hanging around. We're in that 5th spot. We want to be in the top 5 for the playoffs. And that's where we are right now. Injuries starting to become a factor, though. Really, really starting to become a factor. The bullpen's gotten a little thinner than it was. And we're missing a key player at shortstop and second base as well. So the middle of the infield, which was solid defensively, is now not so solid until we get these 2 guys back out on the team. All right, well, thank you for hanging out with me. Appreciate you having you on the channel. Talked about doing some music. We may do that a little bit later this evening. I need to take a break right now to go get some stuff done, so maybe I'll pop back on a little later on this afternoon and get the guitar out. I've been doing like sound checks and stuff like that because I don't want it to sound like crap. And yeah, so we'll pop back on later on perhaps and play some guitar. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. You have a great day, and we will probably see you tomorrow afternoon around 1:30.